No more messing around, guys. It's serious time.
Yeah.
Gabagooey.
Pull up your
Shut the
book.
fuck.
We're gonna play games and we're gonna have fun.
We're gonna play the
We're gonna play
tabletop role
fantasy
game.
make-believe. Yeah.
We're gonna have
Guys,
fun.
guys,
Right, no funny business.
I need to stress this. There needs to be an element of utmost seriousness with the upcoming session, okay? I understand that you might want to say Gabagooey when you shoot your Eldritch Blast, but don't do that.
I'm hungry.
Sponsored by iFunny.co.
Sponsored by r/funny memes. Okay, so if we're ready to begin, we'll begin. I really hope you haven't been recording all this, guy.
I started
I hope he was.
2 minutes.
I hope he
ago?
was.
Oh, 44 seconds
Okay.
to time.
The Gabagooey stays in, anyways.
Okay, shut
we
up.
can now start.
So,
I live by those.
Is there any-
rules.
is there any question? Is there any questions before we begin?
Gabagooey.
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Gabagooey?
It's a
That's the-
noise.
that's a question.
Concerns. That
That's
was
for
a
the afterwards.
comment.
All right. Anyway, shut the fuck up. So, last session on Scooby-Doo Haunted Mansion. Great show, by the way. Please watch it.
Watch Mystery Incorporated. It's better.
Shut up. I'll time you out again. Don't fucking test me. Anyway, you guys, as a group, met the delivery driver for the incorporated trading company known as Rorik, coming down from the north and offered to take you to the river near Nerevar. Oh, pardon me. I need to pull up the map so I actually know what I'm fucking talking about. The DM is not prepared. Kill him.
Put it his
All right, you heard it. We have permission.
Okay.
Well-
Sky, you bring the battle.
Murder.
Putting your head on a stake, just so you know.
Anyway, he gave you a
I'm
little
gonna
nice little
explain.
tidbit about regional lore, shall we say, of that if you wish to remain as anonymous travelers, use the name Ren. People will more than likely than not take you in as a sign of courtesy and offer you shelter. However, don't expect much more beyond that. Now, you went ahead and started decoding Castor's notes, which were deliberately fucky, shall we say, for lack of a better term. You read a story of three friends, one being most likely Castor, the other described as strong and brutish, if a little bit brutish as well. The third was described as a wordsmith, but in no terms of appearances. It spoke of a hero's journey not unfamiliar to most adventuring groups in Nerevar, in that you only really rise so far as a group before inevitably meeting your end. Whether that is a group or the end of your life, depends on the group. But they learn of a summoning ritual in the underground sewers. Castor supposedly getting cold feet, but they force him to continue anyway. They came across a disturbing sight, and this is where the drawings in the journal, these kind of formless, shapeless, almost shifting in the light things, become figures swaying around a campfire. It goes into communing with an entity of some sort, and this group of three disrupting such a ritual, and the author experiencing an event. And they describe looking up to this blackened ceiling, not because of paint or shadow or even emptiness, but instead a reflection of thousands upon thousands, a myriad of shining eyes looking back at them. They get into their heads splitting into four, much like the petals of a plant, and the inside being just teeth and eyes before fusing back together. You learned that if it was an aberration of some form, that potentially in the Nerevar libraries you could find additional information. You proceeded to get in some tests with Boris. Cosima tried disguising themselves as Oswald, or shapeshifting themselves as Oswald for a better term, to give him vocal commands, which did not work. Now, you proceeded to test Yvel's capability for message with Boris. First test, not good. Second test, not so much. Where the entity that has been affecting, shall we say, Oswald this whole time was not just exclusive to Oswald, as Yveld passed out with no memory of hearing that voice.
I'm sure this will all be fine.
It's probably.
Anyway,
I mean,
Sai
we don't
gave
remember
his
it happening.
Sai gave his weather report. It was wonderful. We all enjoyed it. Adam and Casima spotted this green shape in the sky flying northeast. Oswald proceeded to have a breakdown because he thought he sicked the dragon onto Palgrave. Anyway, you also discovered a cat. Found out his name was Mischief, this orange tabby with like an eye missing. And the cat was constantly staring at you, Yveld. But anyway, you came across a place to rest, this shack, which actually I believe has been marked upon your maps. And Rorik proceeded to go to sleep in the wagon, and the cat followed you all inside. You set up your sleep sacks and whatnot, but then tried to get straight into testing Boris Part 2. Mischief was not particularly happy with that, and seemed very insistent that you get rest. But you guys could not be dissuaded. And so Oswald opened up Boris, and it was discovered that the 3 messages that Boris received, Boris, as a construct, knew that they were there and could recognize that they were messages, but did not respond back. However, within his mechanical little metal pea-brain, there was no responses. There's no stimulation. But anyway, you all made your way to go to sleep, except for Yveld, who attempted to remain awake before the cat knocked you the fuck out with willpower, and you
do.
all, as they do, and you all gained 15 temporary hit points as you are rested.
Banned word sleep.
So, you did awaken. Is there any questions at all before we begin? Anything at all?
I get the wish spell pretty, please.
Do my parents love me?
Do you have 17 levels in a spellcaster class?
Maybe. Are you gonna check it? Are you a cop?
Hey, man.
Are you a cop? You have to tell me if you're a cop. That's a law.
I have no
Can
questions.
I have a spell
There
scroll
are
of
no
wish?
questions.
Can I have a spell scroll of wish?
Can I use that?
Sure, you'll never be able to
make
cast it.
Austin's parents love him.
No, that's what I need the wish spell scroll for.
Even the wish
No,
spell
I'll
has
do
its
it
limits.
first. No. Tragic.
Sky,
Well,
if
damn.
I say yes, will you marry me?
Nah.
Okay, then never mind.
Tax benefits.
You can have tax benefits. You think I
Yeah.
wouldn't give you some,
I
baby?
just realized that now.
Anyway, we'll begin. So, we awaken back into this lovely interior of a dilapidated shack. Still very warm, containing the air from the previous fireplace lighting up last night. However, there's no sign of a draft or any such. And as sunlight trickles in through not necessarily clean, but not grimy windows, you all begin to awaken. And the strange sense of warmth and peacefulness is over you. Again, not discomfort. You don't feel drowsy by any stretch of the means. You just feel kind of rested, shall we say. Well rested. A relatively peaceful night's sleep has just passed. Is there anything you would like to do?
Yveld wakes up, and initially she, just kind of like goes about packing up her stuff and such, and then she realizes she fell asleep in the first place, and immediately it looks around for the cat. Is the cat still in the shack?
Yep.
What is it doing?
It's lying right next. Well, say lying. It's sat right next to Casima, about maybe like 2 inches or so away. Still just staring out the window.
Yveld continuing to. Is anyone else awake? Actually, like I'm assuming we all are awake.
I would be.
Okay.
Yep. I would actually be doing the same thing in that case. I would be inching I'd be inching my way to the cat. My goal is the cat. Because I meditated on a spell last night, one that you taught me long ago.
Ooh. Anyways, Yveld is kind of just like looking at the cat, and then they look at you, Sai, and they go, "This fucker made me fall asleep." I don't think that's a normal cat, right?
He made you fall asleep?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna see what's up with that cat.
That's so
And Sai's gonna-
ominous.
yeah, yeah. Cause Sai has been eyeing this thing since we got on the carriage. He hasn't, or since we saw the cat. He's been eyeing this thing. All right. And at first he was like, "It's a
Yeah,
cat,"
but you
and then it
worded
started
it
doing
in
weird
such a way
shit.
that this will be a disagreeable decision on your behalf.
We'll
gonna
we'll
fucking
see.
kill the
We'll
cat.
find out the consequences of me trying to speak to this thing are when we get there. All right. So I'm gonna try and go up to the cat.
Okay. Are you attempting to sneak up on such a thing, or
No,
Use
I'm
my
not.
action to
I'm just
approach
trying
the
to
cat.
make. I. I'm trying to make it so that the cat doesn't think like you know how you like ease up on a cat to like try and not startle them and or
Yeah, I
make
know.
them afraid. All right,
I get you.
I'm doing that kind of like slow motion like that, and then when I get within speaking distance of him, I'm gonna cast speak with animals.
Okay. So you cast speak with animals. It's gonna last the rest of 10 minutes, and you speak various other words in Druidic to make such a spell apparent to the actual material plane. You can now understand animals for 10 minutes, and they can understand you.
So Sai's gonna speak to the cat. He's gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, can you what is your like?" Sorry, Fuck. Give me a second. What are you doing here? You're not like any other cat I've met.
This question is beneath me, mortal.
Basically.
The cat does not wish to respond to you, peasant.
Mm,
So, do you finish? That's what you say?
That's basically what I ask. I'm not trying to come. I'm like
Okay,
trying to
make a
just
persuasion
ask him
check.
what his deal is. All right. I'll just use D&D Beyond.
You're proficient with cats as well.
He's
Nah,
proficient
this is
with your
speaking
horses
now.
and
My,
with
my
your
language
cats.
is my language. 19, actually. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How's that?
You say this and look towards it, and the cat just looks back at you. Never call me buddy again.
Fair enough. So, what are you doing here, and why are you're not like many other cats? You seem to have some sort of magical properties to you.
I'm a cat. Meow.
Does he actually say that?
Here's the funny thing is for it to actually go meow, it would meow like a cat.
Yeah.
The mischief generally just says the
This
word
is
meow.
sarcasm.
He said it. Okay.
Devel's gonna like kind of nudge Sai in the shoulder and go, ask him why the fuck, and also how the fuck he put me to sleep. Ask him, please.
My friend is wondering, how exactly did you put them to sleep?
I'm not a moron. I can hear your friend talking.
Wait,
Hold
is
up.
Sai the only one who can, like,
Understand him, I would
Understand.
assume so. Unless
Yeah?
it's
okay, gotcha.
yeah, it's a self spell.
No, it's talking in common. It's just
I
all
don't
of you.
know.
Adam had at some point waken up and seen.
No, this is taking
talking
place
to a cat
before.
and then went back to bed, just like this is not real.
Okay, I was about to say
Back
this is taking place in the 4 hours before the rest of the party would be awake. So it looks towards you and is like, I'm not a moron. I can hear your friend talking just fine. As for why you're all asleep, do you not enjoy the benefits of such activities?
And Sai kind of turns to Yvald and he's like, he very rudely said that he.
He very rudely can hear you.
Yes, he can. Sorry. He very rudely told me that do you not enjoy such benefits Do you like sleeping, Yveld?
I mean, it serves me no purpose unless I am communing with the keeper.
Sai looks back to the cat.
And I was going to
Put
keep
my
watch,
cat on the mic.
and then you, she looks at the cat, made me fall asleep.
Sorry, I was waiting for you to repeat that all to me because I'm still a moron. In any capacity, your friends will enjoy the benefits of such a good night's rest. Or did you all think it was an accident that Rorik and I happened upon your campsite?
Sai is sent reeling for a second. He's like, hold up.
What?
And he looks to Yveld. He's saying it wasn't an accident that they happened upon our camp.
Oh, fuck this. And it switches to common.
Excuse you?
Huh?
Hello.
Huh?
Belt's jaw drops.
Like raises a paw. We all on the same page now?
Her mouth like moves as if she's like, she's like trying to like say something, and then she's like just looks at Sai.
Sai's eyes are just wide open and glued onto a cat. He's like, I don't know of an animal that can speak common.
It is speaking common. I'm not hallucinating right now, right?
No,
The
you're
cat
not
is speaking
fucking
to me.
hallucinating. I'm speaking common.
I'm sorry. The fuck?
The cat talks? Hold on.
The cat talks, the cat breathes, the cat shits, the cat thinks.
You do understand that that's not normal, right?
Of course I fucking understand. I'm not a cat, I'm a familiar.
Ah.
Oh.
Sai does that. Oh, that makes a whole
Okay, so
lot
the
more
cat's
sense.
magical. The
He's
cat's
such an
magical.
asshole. He could have just come
Okay.
out with that.
He could, he's
You
a cat,
didn't
man.
think-
So
You
wasn't
didn't
the
think to
cat was
lead with
magic,
that
the
one?
magic was cat.
Fuck off.
Maybe the
Maybe
the
the
magic
real
was the
cat was
cat
the one
we
to
made
hit
along
along
the
the
way.
way.
You
know,
all
just
lose
kinda
your
like,
temporary hit points.
Okay.
Do
Do
he give
do
it,
we
then
really?
he taketh
The
away.
campaign ends.
Do we?
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Is there any other questions as to what the cat can or can't do?
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm going to be completely frank. You and your source, you should not have been able to put me to sleep. What's going on here?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for the teasing, but it's just really funny how you think your little patron is what puts you higher up on the realms of celestial power.
Oh, this cat's got a mouth.
Anyway, it can't laugh, but it gives like the air of it. It kind of like slinks out, stretches out its back. It kind of like the way like front paws to back paws before coming to a complete stop and looking at you all. My oh my. Okay, I should probably be blunt. No, I'm not a regular cat, and no, I'm not a regular familiar.
We figured out that you're not a regular cat. Are you Rorik's familiar?
Rorik
Who else
is
would it
my
be?
familiar.
Could I roll an insight check on that?
An inside check. Okay, sure. What are you trying to inside check?
Why
Sight
the
check
fuck
on
is the cat being so shifty about if it's Rorik's familiar or not? That's 15 plus 1. Right? Plus 1, yes. That's 16 in total.
16 total. It's definitely avoiding the topic, but it doesn't feel like there's like a dark air about it. It's just kind of the general. Honestly, like, here's the thing. If you were to imagine a cat having a personality, like just a general average like perception of what cats are, this would
True.
probably be it.
Yeah. I mean, this is how I imagine cats talk.
Right, well, in any capacity, yes and no to that question. And yours? We've got maybe 3-4 hours before your friends wake up. If you would like, I can put you back to sleep.
No, I also would appreciate that you would not do that without my permission. That was very rude of you.
I forget mortals have consent. My bad, shall we say. The loss of mental faculties, I know, is disturbing for you all.
So what's the deal with you and Rorik? Does he know you can talk?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm not good at those. Oh, that's an 18 minus 1. That's a 17.
The deal between Rorik and I is a deal between Rorik and I. All you really need to know. Fine. Who doesn't love a good story? Well, in any capacity, I am not beast. I am not humanoid. Well, that's pretty obvious. He raises a paw in front of his own face.
It is pretty obvious.
And I do not have one eye. I'll let you guess where the other one is. It's in a box.
Why is it in a box?
I'm fucking with you. I only have one eye. But in any case, the reason why I knocked you fuckers out, shall we say, was, for one, so you could gain the benefits of a good night's rest, given as to whatever trials you have faced in the past couple of weeks, and also, two, the Weaver does not like my lady's wishes, shall we say, all the time. I'm not here to fuck up your journey, shall we say. Just here to make sure you've got a decent chance. I'm not privy, nor do I wish to really concern myself with whatever affairs you're involved in. However, my lady works as my lady works, and for you to have a chance to change things seems utterly important to her, so who am I but a humble servant to fulfill her request? As for Rorik and I, shall we say, Rorik's patron. But it's easier to say familiar because the relationship is really quite complex and complicated, not unlike yours. Yeah, what little I know of it anyway.
You seem to know quite an awful lot.
Quite frankly, I know nothing except for well-placed guesses.
And Miro kind of leans in. Well, what are those guesses?
You all did something to piss off the Weaver. Whether that is simply exist or actively try to fuck up something design of his, I don't know and I don't care.
If I'm not mistaken, the Weaver is the
It's Philandrel,
god,
yes.
Philandrel, the god of destiny.
Yep.
Oh boy. I mean, if we pissed off the literal god of destiny, I would not
Don't
imagine
use
it
the
would be on
terms. Don't get his
purpose.
attention.
If we pissed
The Weaver?
off the Weaver, yeah, apologies, I wouldn't say that it because of it was on purpose or conscious in any capacity.
It does not have to be. To piss off Philandrel? Oh, apologies. The Weaver, shall we say. You only have to be in the right place at the wrong time, vice versa, or some other such escapade. But regardless, is there any other questions you have?
Yeah, is there a way to unpiss the Weaver? I mean,
Yes.
that
Stop
sounds
living.
good. I would much
Kill
rather
the
not
cat,
do
kill
that.
the cat, kill the cat, kill the cat.
You're not killing the cat. Shut the fuck up. You're asleep.
But
He just told you to stop living.
you all want to keep living, and so does my lady as to what she wants from you. So, it appears yet again someone has to throw a burning knife at the Weaver's loom and see what happens. And if you get the impression that if Mischief could fucking smile, he would be.
Ugh. Okay.
Uh,
Yvette kind of shrugs and says, well, I mean, hopefully the Weaver, and kind of turns to Sai actually and says, hopefully the Weaver being pissed off with us doesn't get us killed.
And
Anything of
with
that
that,
sort.
as you say that, Mischief turns aside. Oh, he fucking hates you.
What? What? Why me?
Oh, did you... Sorry, darling, we do pass through Talamern quite regularly on these travels. Did you think your escapade didn't do anything?
Yvette kind of side eyes
It was
Sai
just,
and raised an
just
eyebrow.
one guy. He couldn't have mattered that much.
Him? No. You? Yes. What you did inspired, shall we say, good couple of us? And by couple, well, probably 3/4 of the common folk.
Sai, what
What
did
I
you
did?
do?
I didn't
Stir
know
up
we were in the company of
that
Karl
much.
Marx.
You have to be messing with me, right? There's no way this is real. No way what I did would cause that big of a turn of events.
You're questioning whether or not this is real after a magical fucking cat knocked you out.
Oh God.
What reason do I have to lie? I kept you all relatively intact last night, did I not?
So kind of like puts his head in his hands and he's all like, oh. He's just like, ah, fuck.
And look at that, Mischief's like whips back around to Vel. He fucking hates him. It's hilarious. Trust me. He'll see the humor in it one day.
Yvette kind of looks at Mischief and then kind of looks at Sai, who I'm assuming isn't looking at his happy and says, I don't think Sai finds it hilarious.
Well, when you get to be as unaccustomed to morality as I have, you find a lot of things funny. Do any of you speak Celestial?
I mean, give me a day and I could.
Ah, fuck off.
Rude, sure.
Well, in any case, is there any other questions, or can we all go back to pretending that this did not happen?
Oh, you think I'm just going to not mention the fact that, oh yeah, the cat knocked us out. Oh yeah, the cat's a celestial. Oh yeah, the cat's magical and
You know,
can
I do
talk to my
prefer the
companions.
name Mischief over the cat.
Sorry, you think I'm not going to mention that, oh yeah, Mischief is a magical talking
you-
celestial cat to Adam and Oswald and Consuelo when they wake up?
Good heavens, not Celestial, Fae.
Hey, fine.
I speak Celestial, I'm not
Semantics.
Celestial.
Semantics, otherworldly being. Does that fit better?
Of a Plainard. Good gods, get your facts right.
It's an umbrella label.
Are they always like this?
More or less.
Huh. I'm starting to wonder whether or not I shouldn't have shit in your... I'm joking. I'm joking. That was too far. Sorry. Sometimes you forget what is cat and what is fae, am I right?
Sai's just kind of glaring at him like...
You're all just like...
just fucking like...
Just deadpan stare. Like,
I love this
They
cat.
don't
This
like
cat's fucking
fucker.
hilarious, but Sai is pissed by this guy. Sai is angry. So just the
but
side
yeah,
glare of like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
you know,
What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making light of your situation. However, I do think I deserve a little bit of gratitude, shall we say, for last night.
For what?
All right,
For
you're all
knocking me
asleep.
out?
Sorry, you couldn't appreciate the genius. Well, let's just say, if me and Rorik, me and Rorik, what's the correct term these days?
Rorik and I.
Me and Rorik. If me and Rorik didn't show up and, well, offer to
Fight.
cart you off to the river, well, let's put it this way. The Weaver has their own acting agents in the world.
Oh?
Oh, yes. However, you kind of need to be awake for the Weaver to know where you are. You can't really do much when you're asleep.
That is actually very interesting information considering the guy hates us. Thank you for
I wouldn't
that.
say hates you as a person, more
Oh.
hates you all as a concept.
That doesn't help the situation.
Nope. But in any case, is there any more questions, or are we all good to wait for your friends to wake up and learn that yes, Mischief is a talking fucking cat?
I pissed off a god.
Well, pissed off one guard, gained the hopefully helpful attention of the other. Really, what did you lose? Apart from, well, your home. I'm gonna stop talking. Sorry.
Ah. Oh, I'm gonna take a little trip outside. And so I was gonna go to the door.
As you-
just gonna get some fresh air.
Before he does,
As you go to walk away to the door, he's like, "If you would like, try being a cat. It really lowers your perspective and keeps you grounded."
Ah. Just as he shuts the
as he's
door.
heading out, right before he does, Yvonne says, "You're not like a serial killer or an eco-terrorist or something like that, are
Nope,
you?
much worse.
You're not like, I don't know, going to murder us in our sleep. It's not that kind of
No,
weird
I'm
thing you did in your
not-
hometown that got you kicked out." Or
not, you have no need to fear of me. and my
insight
goals.
check. Insight
And
check.
his goals. Oh my!
The fuck is
Doesn't that
supposed to
sound
mean?
intriguing? You can
That's
roll
a
an insight check.
natural one.
You can roll an insight check.
That's a natural one to a total of 2.
Okay, I
Well-
will roll. I will.
Are you
either
being
persuasion-
deceitful, or are you trying to persuade them?
No,
It's still-
it is persuasion. I would say
Okay,
it's
then roll persuasion. Roll a persuasion, shall we say?
Oh, 13 plus 1 is 14.
They size being truthful. Nothing to fear from them. But then you think back to the one time that Sai stopped you from healing Adam. And you're like, Well, they're being
Ron
truthful.
gives you a very doubtful look and nods a bit and goes, "Sure."
Listen, if you want to hear the story, come join me outside, away from that cat.
Mischief.
Shut up! You're not even you're not supposed to be here!
And neither are
Don't yell at
you,
the other
darling,
one,
but
please.
still.
Cat Mischief, sorry.
Touche! And he leaves the door open for Yvel that takes a step to the side. It's like, and you just hear in the distance him just being like, Rorik was not fucking kidding. That cat is an asshole.
Well, in that case, I'm supposing you're going to go talk to him.
In a bit, I was just wondering, have you?
I'm not going to claw your friends in their sleep.
No,
Oswald is a
I mean,
surprisingly deep sleeper.
well, I was not concerned before you brought it up, but
I might piss in their sleep. I'm kidding. I jest. What do you want?
Please don't
I
leave
was
us
just-
alone with it.
I was
In your
just,
dreams, Oswald, you hear one word, he.
No.
It was him.
It was me, Barry.
All right,
No.
anyway.
Anyways,
Yvelle, what were you going to say?
I was just wondering, have you ever heard of it being, well, that goes at least by the title of the Keeper of the Deep?
Nope.
That's unfortunate. Was really hoping you knew something about the guy. Anyways, I'm going to make sure that, Sai doesn't, I don't know, start a forest fire out of frustration or something. I don't know what those
Right, well,
nature.
before you pop
Magic
off,
guys do.
a piece of advice from patron to patronee, even if we are not in that kind of
Don't call me
com-
that.
patronee. Well, what do I call you? I don't know your name.
You're very patronizing.
You may call me Yvel.
All right, Yvelle it is. Anyway, one piece of advice. Try not to go too deep into the depths of Eldritch knowledge. You might find it unsatisfying at best, life-changing at worst.
Life-changing as in...
Well, I included it in the worst section for a reason. I'll leave it to your imagination. I'm sure you've got a good one. Anyway, I'll wait for your friends. You can reveal that all along the cat has been a fae. We'll begin.
gonna go talk to Sai, and as she heads out, points to Mistress and says, "Don't piss on anyone."
Have fun with the lummox.
As she heads out, tries to look around for Sai.
Absolutely. So, Sai, where have you wandered off to in this time?
I haven't wandered off anywhere. I'm like right next to the door. Maybe like, I don't know, 2-3 feet away, not even a full 5 feet away from the door, but you just see him hand on his like the pinky finger, or the pinky finger, fucking thumb and forefinger just rubbing his temple together, just fucking. He's really ticked.
Evil clears their throat. She approaches and says,
Yes.
So, I don't mean to pry. I'm just trying to make sure that you're, not a murderer and all that. And I'm very sorry for what I'm about to do. Yvel cast Zone of Truth on Sai.
Oh, this one cat.
I
has
do
thrown the
not
party dynamics
resist.
into
I
disarray.
do not resist.
Okay. So, Sai, you feel this kind of odd warmth lull over you, and there's like this strange sense of weightlessness for a second before you recognize what is happening and decide to let it just wash over you and keep going.
Yeah.
And so, while you're in the zone of truth, you actually, Yvel, read the specifics of the spell.
So, while in the Zone of Truth, which is a 15-foot radius sphere centered on you, Sai, currently, it,
You want me to?
No, I got it. You cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You are aware of the Zone of Truth and can avoid answering questions and, remain silent. You're not compelled to answer. And you can be as evasive in your answers as long as you remain within the boundaries of truth.
Okay. Willow, if there is anything that I say that is untruthful, please let me know.
Yep, I'll correct you. Don't worry.
But as far as my notes should be good and straightforward. All right. So yeah.
Like, you're not, long haul type of serial killer that's tagged along with us to murder us eventually in our sleep when we finally grow to trust you.
No, I am not a serial killer.
Okay, good. So what's your deal? And with all due respect, you don't have to tell me the details. I would just appreciate knowing.
You have
It's
shown
one
me.
thing to piss off a god. It's another thing if the god hates you. There's a difference there.
Okay, listen. There was an incident a while back.
That doesn't sound good.
I was sort of a helpful hand around the town I grew up. I was fair enough to everybody, and then someone came into town who was not so friendly to my friendly town. So I may have been a bit impulsive when I killed him. And he kind of like squints at the word.
Wait, so you just attacked a guy?
Well, not for no reason. You see, he had been very unfair to our town, and he was not. He wasn't very nice to the people around us, and he was going to make it so that more people would be like him would be coming into the town, and I hadn't known anybody from outside the town very well, so seeing him treat us very harshly had upset me. So I didn't want what he was offering, and this after he had crossed the line and harmed an old Miss Fitzgerald, I and he kind of just like stammers over
Was
his
that
word.
creepy laugh in character?
No. That creepy laugh was not in character. That was out of character. But
Lies. It was in character. I decide this.
no, but Sai just kind of like trails off, and you could see that he holds some shame onto what he did because he knew he acted impulsively and it wasn't the answer to his problems, but he did it because well, yeah.
That got you, what, kicked out, exiled, or did you just run off in order to avoid consequence?
They wanted me to have me executed, but my mayor had known of the good deeds I have done around the city for a while, and he knew that if he had done anything that he might have pissed off the people, but now from what I'm hearing from the cat, it may turn out that his avoidance of escalation might have not gone well. So he had me exiled and simply said that they had me executed. And I was cast out, and it would appear that my situation must have gotten out, and I'm guessing inspired a whole
Uprising?
mutiny. To
Call it what it is. That sounds like a civil uprising.
well, it wasn't
no,
the
listen.
intention.
No,
I
Yveld,
was just.
sorry, before you go on, Sai, Yveld, what is your passive insight?
My passive insight is not that good. It's an 11.
That's okay. It just needs to be higher than a 10. If you would like, you can roll a history check as a noble by birth as to what a civil uprising could entail within Krakias Maw and the consequences thereof.
Oh boy.
Oh, Yvel's a
history.
richoid?
That's a dirty 20.
Learning.
Right. So, because Krakias Maw is a continent that is ruled over by the Sol dynasty, that being the Golden Council, they essentially have I forget the specific term, not dictatorship, but theocracy? No, theocracy is the wrong word.
Theocracy is like
Oligarchy?
for the church.
Monarchy?
Pseudo-oligarchy would actually be the best term for it.
All right.
Until I discover the better one, so keep that in mind. But anyway, the council makes sure that peace is kept within the continent by any means necessary. As a noble of Comering, even if you were not one of the most highest standing, you would still be aware of this in terms of what that could entail. The council could potentially do what's the word I'm looking for here? Sorry guys, I'm losing the word.
What's the word? What are you
Perform a hold?
Lose
What's the word?
Lord, but don't lose yourself.
Hold on, one moment. The council could have potentially exile or execute the leading lord, lady, or ruler of such town because of such a failure in leadership, which led to such civil unrest and uprising and potential revolution. Occupy the city with their own personal force, control any and all trade routes for at least the next year, if not longer, depending on how high value the target it actually is, and essentially, this is one of those parts which was a little bit, shall we say, vague in your lessons, so you're not stupid. Potentially, any occupying force within that town could do whatever they so pleased and inflict whatever justice they so desired. Sai's civil uprising, unwilling or not, could potentially have led to mass executions or imprisonment.
You gotta just see Yvel's face
We
form
did
from
it,
this,
Patrick. We saved the city.
from this look of curiosity and intensive listening to this look of concern. And this very troubled expression as they just nod along to what you're saying. And could I dissipate Zone of Truth earlier, or is it just there for 10 more minutes? I don't think I can actually dissipate it.
Zone of
So
truth
just
that
like
cannot
by
be
the door,
taken.
there's a 15-foot radius circle where if you go in there, you must make a charisma save or be compelled to tell the truth, to only answer truthfully. Oh boy, fun.
Rorik accidentally walks into it as the cat comes out. It's like Rorik's is just like, I hate you, and he's like, oh my god, I don't know why I said that.
No, you're not actually compelled to just like, have to answer questions truthfully.
Yep.
You can't lie. Would be better. It's the zone of no lying, essentially.
Right.
You kind of just Yveld does not approach you, kind of just like because Yveld's standing out of the circle. And they say, yeah, probably not a good idea to go to your hometown. He mentioned it was Talamern, right? Someone
Yes,
mentioned it.
I grew up in Talamern. Yeah, it's I
I'm sure it
I've
must
done
be a lovely
something
place.
very
It's
bad.
probably not the best idea for you to head there anytime soon.
Oh, believe me, I said my goodbyes there long ago.
Yeah, sorry for taking such drastic measures with, Zone of Truth. I was just really worried that you were going to, bring harm to me or the others.
It's fine.
Uh,
I understand the sentiment.
I can't really dissipate this thing,
Oh,
but you can absolutely exit from it. And
he
just
kinda-
avoid stepping into. Gibel takes out a charcoal stick and kind of like traces a line very carefully on the ground to like kind of mark the area. Wait, does it
Alright.
overlap with the fucking doorway? Do we have to like pass through the fucking zone of truth to go in?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Alright,
This is a
Saya's
bad
gonna
idea.
step out of the zone. It's like, well, you tried.
Yeah. It was my first time
Yeah.
I did not think this through.
Oh.
So
Saya
shall
just-
we go inside? Yell kind of points the direction of the doorway, which a part of it is overlapping with the fucking circle.
Saya
So-
has his face in his hands, and he's just like, as you ask that, he's just face in the palms of his hands, just like reeling at the idea that what he did caused horrible things to happen.
Yell kind of just pats him on the shoulder, says, "Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. Just give it a bit of time. They'll forget about it.
Oh,
They have other
yeah.
stuff to do. They have other stuff to do. I'm certain."
Defender of the people, I said.
So-
Save them, I will.
With that, Yvald goes into the
Okay.
fucking shack, and they have
So-
to roll a charisma saving throw.
No, you don't. You don't have
Okay.
to. Just leave it up there for flavor. Anyway, after about maybe 3 hours, like an hour before your comrades wake up, you hear
Question,
Rorik
in
kind
that
of.
time, could I take a short rest?
Oh wait, sorry, it's only 10 minutes long. And no,
Fuck.
Well,
Okay.
no, because it's still a long rest. Technically, is the thing. You're still in your long rest stage
I see.
and casting your spell. Oh wow! Wait a second.
The
Hold
spell, casting the spell, ended my long rest.
on.
I would like to short rest again.
Sure, man. Short rest away. But in any case, maybe like 5 minutes or after before you go in, you hear Rorik kind of like get up and just like stretch and go for a walk, and then come near the door and Oh,
Careful about the doorway.
God, I love prunes. And then goes back. And then goes back to the wagon and sleeps. Anyway, is there anything you two would like to do, or are the others finally allowed to wake up?
Nah, we're done, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So as the next couple hours trickle on by and dawn slowly becomes day, Mischief's tail still kind of swishes side to side. Is now as like kind of like you forget the air of like an inside joke that you're very much privy to, but it's not a funny one. As he's just staring at both of you, tail flicking side to side next to Kasima. But in 4 hours or so, Oswald and Adam, you both wake up. You feel well rested. Kasima wakes up too. She's not like fucking comatose.
I feel inexplicably rejuvenated.
Yes,
That's
well, that is
magical.
a good reason
That's
to
magical.
wake up.
Sorry, was that the cat?
Yep.
Yep.
And Yvel immediately just going. Yvel looks just done with
Hello.
this entire thing.
After waking up and hearing that, Oswald blinks, has the face of somebody who processes in the information.
You don't look like a morning person.
I'm not a morning surprise person.
Oh, well. Do you have kids? I imagine they might have been a surprise. Oh, so I didn't. Apologies. I meant more so in terms of the water breaking than the kids themselves being a surprise. You had 9 months. If you did not figure that out in 9 months, I'm sorry for your lack of awareness.
Yvel just looks at the cat.
It's been a
I feel
long
like
time.
going for a morning walk, and he just stands up and leaves.
Am I still
Careful
asleep?
about the door. I'm
It's
guessing
gone.
actually. Okay,
It's
thank
gone
God.
by now. What did you say, Adam?
Am I still asleep?
No, you're awake. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Cosima's reaction.
I'm not gonna get into Casima's reaction.
Oh.
Don't spoil it for East Mirror. They
Oh
can
my
find
God.
out next session.
Oh yeah.
They can find
No
out.
one's
Cat
fucking mentioned
staying
the
with
cat.
us. Okay.
If they find out for the VOD, sure, no one mentioned the cat.
Okay.
In any capacity. Hello. How are you? Did you sleep well? Sleep good? I'm talking to you, Lummox.
Alright.
Good. 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 It's all sorted then. And the cat like slowly cranes his head round to Yveld. See, he slept fine. He slept good. He slept great. What are you
Yeah,
looking at?
let's
What do you want? I'm fucking with you. Anyway, cranes his head back around to Adam. I like your hair.
Okay.
Tangle mess that it is, charming, shall we say. Question, do you wash it? That sounded really rude. I'm so sorry. I meant more so in the sense of, do you wash it or is it natural like that? Because if it's natural like that, that is fantastic. I might have to dump Rorik and take you one.
Have we been exploring for?
I don't know.
Except wasn't for you.
No. Crane's head back around to Yveld.
I mean, about a couple of weeks. I mean, depends what you mean by that.
So, oh, it's
We've
been a little
traveling for
more
a
than
couple
that.
of weeks since Brentwyn.
Do you want to wash?
It would be nice.
Hmm.
Do you want
Sorry,
me to
I was tempted
press...
to dye your hair pink. Anyway, taps his paw twice on the thing, and Adam, you feel rejuvenated. And Yveld, you look at Adam, and he's clean.
Oh. How did you do that?
I'm a magical fucking cat.
Yeah, I just figured that's as far as I'd get with that answer.
Oh, he's more than that.
Well, I can get into the specifics, but your friends insist on calling me the cat, so...
Aren't you Faye supposed to be, wordsmiths and good at talking and all that?
Who the fuck told you that, an ox?
I don't know. I've read stories about your kind.
The Feywild is a
all
very...
about,
It's new to me. I don't follow.
What, an ox is new to you? Never seen an ox?
That's
Oxes
just a
are
lot of the
great creatures.
terminology you're throwing out right now.
I'm a Fey. What that means is all those stories of elves that come... Well, sorry, not elves, apologies. Fuck! Fairies are a race now too. Shit! They came over from the
They weren't
Feywild to this
before?
fucking plane. Well, they were, but it wasn't a term used just for fairies. The Fey. Fuck, that's just me. Piss. Anyway, the Fey, that being F-A-E? F-A-E? What is it in your tongue? F-A-E? Whatever.
F-A-E.
Anyway, the Fae, we were stories of, kids go wandering off into the forest, they take a left turn, woo, you're in the Feywild. Fairies, elves, nature spirits, good times until you wander into the Winter Court and it's all shit. Well, it's all shit in any place, it just depends on what mirrors you look into. But regardless, I'm a fae. I am not from this plane. I'm a fae. My name is still Mischief, not the fucking cat. In this time, has Oswald come back?
I imagine he did, and he saw you still talking, so he just turned around and went out again.
He looked
Yeah,
into the
probably.
window, if there is a window, and then like turned around.
And anyway, the
He
fae
would
being...
eventually come back.
Okay. 1 second, please. What? It turns back to you, Val. The Fae being wordsmiths and the like is complete and utter shite, shall we say?
I mean,
You don't need to be a wordsmith to be charming. He likes me, and he nods his head toward Adam. Towards Adam. Apologies.
do you? You'll turn to Adam as well.
Do you?
I don't know.
Good answer. Anyway, is your friend not a Fae? Is she a wordsmith? I can't wait to see her reaction to me. That's going to be fucking funny.
I mean, actually, this is a good question. Are changelings considered Fae in the
Yes, and Kasima has also revealed that she is originally from the Feywild.
Yeah, she has. I mean, she's decent at talking.
Decent at talking does not mean wordsmith.
I guess it depends on definition.
Whatever. Anyway, when is your friend coming back? I do so hope we get over the shocked mortal reaction at the fact that an animal can talk. Pretty soon.
I think you're.
Aussie boy returns.
You'll still continue saying to Mischief. I think you're misunderstanding how uncommon it is for animals that appear relatively normal to just spontaneously start talking in common.
You cast spells. What's so weird about me fucking talking?
Oh, I don't know, probably because we all thought you were a normal cat at first?
And people probably thought you were a normal half-orc at first, and then you casted Zone of Truth.
She kind of just shrugged.
Oh, wait, I get it. This is a bipedal thing. I'm fucking with you. I don't mean that.
What the fuck, man?
This cat's hilarious. But everyone
Anyone
hates
and
them.
understands orc in here, you would hear Yvel go, somebody must put the cat back in the bag.
Did you say that in Orcish?
Yes.
I think the fuck not.
Fuck. Of course you fucking...
You think my lady doesn't give me the ability to understand every one of your tongues? Oh, wait, that
It
sounded
was-
off.
I was hoping she wouldn't.
You don't even know who my lady is, do you?
Mm,
Well,
I have my guesses.
That's a
Yeah.
good question. Why is she on our side? You mentioned that in your previous conversation.
I'm guessing she's on
we
our
had
side
earlier.
because we pissed off the
Well,
Weaver.
the Weaver doesn't like you. And who is the direct counterpart to the Weaver?
Oh god, what's her name? What's her fucking name? I forgot her name. I'm sorry.
You can roll a religion check, see if you even remember it, considering you were always locked up in books about eldritch horrors and not gods.
Yeah, fair. Sure, fuck it, religion check. That's a natural 1 plus 4, so 5.
Sarah.
Sarah, right? The, you know,
Oh,
all about everything
we're
not
all
relating to
so
destiny and all of
fucked.
that.
How do you
I'm
get
pretty
her
sure
to-
her name is...
How do you get her names? Her title is right, but not her name. Do you know? Do you know? And he's looking at you, Adam. Do you know her name?
Can
Sorry.
Oswald roll a religion check?
Yeah, I was going to roll a religion check.
That is a 22.
He's referring to Sarensana, the Lady of Change.
I'm gonna let them continue to flounder because it's too entertaining.
For you, Oswald. for you, Oswald, she essentially is a counterpart to Philandrel, the Weaver. She's meant to represent choice, free will, freedom, and the like, and the breaking of fate. She's meant to be the balancing point, the midway section between fate's finality and infinite possibility that change can bring. But anyway, so you don't know, because you called her a commoner's name, and you...
There was a lovely name.
That does not change my point. Anyway, you... I don't even know if I want to ask you. He's looking at you, Sai.
You don't. And Sai's just shaking his
No,
head.
not really. Well, anyway, are we all good to head off, or is there questions, or does everyone want to stare at the Fae?
I choose stare at
I
the
just realized he was
face.
staring the whole time. He just,
Look him in the eyes.
Gerald is also staring at the fucking thing.
Look me
Yeah.
in the eye, actually. But
Should we inform Rorik that we now know you can talk and all that?
inform him, don't inform him. Why do I care?
Gerald kind of just looks at the group. We're going to acknowledge the magical
I'll
cat
let
in the
him
room
know.
to Rorik?
If I tell you not to inform him, you'll inform him anyway. Why do you care to ask me?
I don't know, maybe you have a distinct reason for us not informing him. Then we might consider
Yes, the
it.
person that I described as my relationship to them being a patron to them, I don't want them to know that I can fucking talk.
I mean, I mainly meant in regards to him knowing
I know,
that
it's
you
just funny
can
seeing you flounder.
talk.
I think he knows that he talks.
No, I know
I
that. I figured. Considering it's a magical cat and all, I was mainly wondering if,
We should
but
tell
I
him.
don't know.
If I tell him anything, I'm saying he was right about you.
Well, Rorik's not so, far away from that descriptive term as he likes to believe. Besides, asshole, arsehole. I don't really care. I'm a fae, why do I give a shit? You all expected me to lick my own ass and lie in the sun. Why do I care if you now think that I'm an asshole?
That is actually a very sound point.
But then again, the cat.
Then again,
This is
you
out
are a
of character,
magical
out of
cat.
character, out of character. But I mean, he may be able to lick his ass, but frankly, I think that's preferred over an asshole sometimes.
Well, is there anything else? Or are we just going back to staring? I can stare at all of you. Well, not all of you at the same time, but one at a time. We'll just head around to Adam. I'm watching you when you sleep.
Y'all stare.
Look, I've broken this one. No reaction.
I'm going to check if Rorik's awake. Gets up, grabs her stuff.
I think I will come with.
Sure.
I'm just fucking with you. Why do I want to go
Sure.
anywhere?
No, sure. Feel free to. Room stuff. Just speed walks out
That's
the
not
doorway.
boring. That's not fun. Goes back to staring at you, Adam. And you go walking off to where Rorik is by the wagon.
Yes.
You alright?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I kind of get that thing you said about the.
Yes.
Gerald looks as she's about to say something and just shakes her head.
Believe me, I've probably said all that you could think of and more. But nonetheless, the offer is still on. But if you don't want the wagon, I can get you our supplies and you can walk from here.
No, I think we'll stick by the wagon.
Okay. Well, are you all ready to go? Because daylight's burning.
They're staring at the cat
Ah,
for now. It might take them a bit,
From inside, you just hear, "Are you going to stare at my ass, you bloody fucking ox, or do you want to come around to the front?"
No, kind of just looks at Rourke and shrugs.
I would say sorry, but I get the sense that you're probably gonna say it's fine.
It's all right.
But nonetheless, I am sorry. He is
Unbearable? Horrific
I
social
wouldn't say
nuisance?
unbearable. I'd say antagonizing and much like a cat.
Oh yes, absolutely.
But in any case, right. Well, if you get your friends ready, we can get going.
Yvel puts their things in the back of the wagon, goes back to the shack, opens the door, and kind of like looks and says, "How about we can stare at the cat once we're on the wagon?"
Yes, we can do it in an enclosed space. It'll be wonderful. It'll be delightful.
So he gets up and leaves. He hasn't been staring this whole time because occasionally he just puts his hand on his head and is just like, "Oh god, this fucking." Lots of information for him.
Adam, are you still staring?
Yup.
Are you done yet, or does this one not blink?
You
Do you not
haven't
blink?
stopped staring back.
True.
Please.
I wonder if you're allergic to cats. I can
don't
make you
know.
sneeze. You want to find out?
Like,
Dude.
magically?
Not. We need to get on with our day.
Right. And with that, he goes like tenses down in front of you, Adam, and goes to leap at you to like try and make you jump. Do you, or do you want
Shoot the
to roll a
cat.
check?
Fucking,
Yeah.
fucking cowboy quick draw, shoot the cat.
as you like instinctively like flinch at the sight of this, it's like, well, I win. Anyway, let's get on with our day, shall we? He can't click. You hear the sound of a click.
Yvel is just like staring at the fucking cat. Like, they look so fucking done with this bastard. Yvel heads out the door and just beelines to the wagon.
Do you know any good songs?
No, I don't.
Oh. What a
I
bother.
think I preferred you when you were quiet.
I most say that. But then again, what's the point in having a voice if you can't talk? And Rorik like looks at all of you as the cat is just like yesterday it was kind of like this stalk alongside you. Now it's kind of like this strut, like this amble.
Fucker.
Like if you imagine that one scene out of fucking Bare Necessities, where like
Oh,
Baloo is
God.
like strutting along, it's
Fucker.
literally that kind of vibe. But Rorik looks to you.
Or that.
Are you right? Well, I'm so sorry.
It is.
Don't say sorry, you fucking pisswipe. They're fine. They're fine. See, look, not a scratch on them yet.
Yvel is going to cast message to Sai and.
He's right next to you, like you can hear him.
No, Yvel's casting message. Yvel's not.
You know
dealing
you
with the
speak
cat.
message out loud, right?
No, I don't actually.
Do you not?
Yeah? The whole fucking point of message is that only the target hears it. You can
Apologies
see
then.
my lips moving,
Right. Apologies.
but you
That's why I got
cannot
confused.
hear it. And you hear Yvel say in this absolutely seething voice, Never have I before desired so much that I could be able to magically silence a creature, but alas, I cannot.
So, can I call you your name? I don't really want to call you human. You with the beard.
You may call me Oswald.
Oswald. Interesting. There's not a lot of OWs in people's names in the Feywild. I'm joking, there is. I just wanted to find something interesting to say. It's good to compliment people's names. You're interesting. Your boar less so. Anyway.
Actually, that is a good thing. You are very insistent of us not looking into Boris's machinations.
Oh, right.
You
Did you
can't
think
really do that and then claim the boar is not interesting.
he's not fucking interesting?
Oh, he very much is.
He's a fucking mechanical boar. Boars are boring.
Yakuza's they're a dime a dozen.
Not at all. It's an impressive feat of magic. I just think it's boring.
A boar, kind of like, just like, with a
A
flourish
boring
points.
boar. Sorry,
Not
that
funny.
was too easy. I apologize.
Not funny. Kind of like a flourish
By this
points
point,
with
by the way,
both
the wagon
hands.
is like we're moving now.
Yeah.
Just so
With
yeah.
both hands points to Boris, who's I'm assuming is walking behind the wagon,
Mhm.
or at the side. A boar that can receive message.
I can receive message.
Yes, you're not a mechanical boar.
Right, but you all keep insisting I'm a fucking cat.
Kind of just looks mischief up and down.
You're not staring at me because I'm a fae, or because I'm annoying, or because I'm a talking fae. Wait, shit. Talking cat? You're staring at me just because I'm a cat. It's boring.
I'm mainly staring
It's
at you
boring,
because you're a
tiring.
magical talking cat. At least that is the form you
Should
choose
I
to present
transform
yourself
into
to
an
be.
owl? Would that be better for you? Shall I hoot
No,
hoot?
it would not.
True.
You can stay a cat, I don't mind. It's just, I think my brain is still reeling from the fact that you...
I was nearly decapitated by an owl once. It wasn't very fun. But in any case, Oh.
So you can die.
did you say that,
No,
Oswald?
No.
But in any case, your boar is stretched out. Yes, boring. Stay away from it. It's boring.
Could I insight check that?
Sure.
Stay away from it. It's so boring.
14.
This is very much that one scene in Harry Potter 1 where Dumbledore's like, don't go to the 3rd floor, that corridor, don't do it. It's important that students don't go there. But it's essentially
You said calmly.
shush. Essentially, it is with a 14. Don't go near the boar. It's boring. Don't go near it. It's boring. Is essentially like. There's obviously more to it. It's just he's not gonna bring it up unprompted.
Oh, and what's so boring about it? Pray tell.
Well, you fucking fainted, didn't you? That was funny.
Must have just
Less
not
of the
had enough
implications
to
of it, but
drink.
it was funny.
I must have just not had enough to drink. Had happened.
That laugh was in character, by the way.
Jesus. Ugh.
The same way that I know your fucking patron. Well, know you have one. Is the same way why I'm telling you to stay the fuck away from the boar. But if you don't want to take my advice, not my problem.
Yogan just looks at Oswald.
Oswald is looking at the cat, fucking confuzzled.
Yes.
What do you mean? It's an automaton.
Right, sorry, before we go anywhere, you should probably know, because your friends haven't told you, the Weaver fucking hates you.
Oh, right.
And
I
you.
forgot to mention
And you.
that.
Why are you he's changing the subject?
I'm not changing the subject, I'm giving you information you are
No,
lacking,
this
and
is
we're going
actually
back to the
pretty
subject.
important. We're hated by it.
Yeah.
There's a
god
god out there
hates
who
us.
doesn't like us. Oh, he hates you. Give a pointed sigh. He just doesn't like all of
I
us
find
because
myself
we pissed him off.
most
apparently.
curious as to how you manage this. What have you all been doing for the past few weeks? Anything interesting? Anything fun?
I don't know why we should be telling you anything.
Well,
Because you're on. You are currently being helped by me and Rorik. Help
I
does
don't
not have
want
to come from the nicest of places. Well, don't tell me then. I won't offer you any more help than what we're currently giving.
Yvelf kind of looks apprehensive.
I
Ah,
fucking insight
And
check
then-
the help. I don't know if I believe this
What do-
cat.
sure. Make an insight check.
Dirty one.
31. You don't fucking know what that means.
I don't trust this cat.
But in any capacity, Mischief looks towards you all, and you can hear Rorik, if you look to him, is very much like listening, just not saying anything. Looks towards you all. Right, well, let's put it this way. Currently, you are under the, not protection, but, pardon me, under the, sure, we'll go with that one. Under the guidance of one Rorik and me, who are followers of a god which is currently, for some unknown reason, has a interest in keeping you alive. So, we're not here to help you fight things, because Rorik is not a fighter, and I am, well, that is obvious. But in any capacity, I understand that I am antagonizing to the majority of you, confusing to some, mysterious to others. But in any case, you should probably learn this now. Help doesn't have to come from friendly faces for you to accept it. I think you would do very well to learn that lesson, my dearest Oswald, until you find yourself on the wrong end of a pointy stick with fireball at the ready. That's not a threat, I can't hold sticks.
You could in your mouth.
Right, but then I can't, verbally say the spell.
I mean,
I know that I'm not the friendliest to all of you.
you aren't.
No, I'm not. I revel in that.
Quite the asshole.
Yes. Yes, I am. Because that is my nature. And whatever you did disrupted nature, shall we say. That's very intriguing.
We
But again,
didn't do a damn thing.
Then who did?
I mean, Evil kind of passes the hand.
I
over
heard
the
something
tattoo
per
on
se
their
of
face.
murdered a whole town yesterday.
We didn't do the murdering.
Hold
We
on,
had to
hold
deal
on,
with the
hold on,
fallout.
Hold on. Hold on. What do you mean yesterday? What?
Did not one of you say that you killed the whole town?
No, we didn't.
What?
We met up with a person who wiped the
Right!
population
I
of
was
an entire
half
town off the
paying
map.
attention. I'm so sorry.
We were not the ones doing the killing, if what
Well,
even was.
I guess that solves your
specifically.
answer as to why the Weaver hates you.
But we didn't do anything.
No, you didn't. You lived.
Yogi just kind of turns to Oswald and just rubs their
5
temples.
little fate breakers. All because they did something they weren't meant to do in the Weaver's big old loom. How interesting.
So you're saying that the Weaver intended for us to die in Brunford?
You were in that town, were you not?
Yes, but we also went to Stroudspire Keep. Because we were pursuing Luciana.
I don't know that, nor do I know who that is.
I
Luciana
wonder if
Namrask?
they consider that innkeeper a fate breaker now too.
Oh, I
If she
wonder.
ran away.
I hope she's doing well. She was an absolute bitch, but like, I hope she's doing alright.
I don't know. I know my lady doesn't care about her, whoever she is, so that's why we're here to pick you a lot up. What is it you all... Okay. I understand you all consider me a dick,
We do.
shall we say. Yes,
Very
yes, you do.
much.
That's good. That's good. I will say this for future reference. Should you ever go to the Feywild and you meet the Summer or the Winter Court, keep in mind that all of them are just as assholish as me, but expect you to treat them a lot nicer.
Lovely. We'll keep it in mind.
Avoid the Feywild at all costs. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Please do. It's not the greatest of places, though it is beautiful. But in any case, you all are fate breakers. For lack of a better term, it's more of a cliche one suit of a fantasy novel, shall we say? But, oh well. My best guess is you probably were all not meant to make it out of Brentwood. And whoever you met and whatever you did, made sure you did make it out. Weaver doesn't like that.
I mean,
But you're in luck. What that means is you're off the rails. No mining contracts to keep you all in line now. Have fun.
Bill kind of leans back. What kind of god just decides that, oh, because it's predestined by fate, that an entire population of a town should just be wiped off the map?
How do I know I'm not a god?
I know you're not. It was more of a rhetorical question. You certain your, lady doesn't want to keep an eye on Luciana Namrask?
I have no idea who that is.
Or Zolmiris, as she also apparently goes by?
Still don't know.
Right.
Quite frankly, why would she care? One person, 5 people.
I mean, I have been thinking as to why, the whole Brentwood thing didn't affect us in regards to the entire Vision town disappearing. I mainly thought that, well, you know what Luciana said, and, concerns to the group. She did say she was exchanging a piece of Aren history, and I always thought she meant the population of Brentwood specifically, people who, lived there. We didn't live there. Neither did Luciana. We were passing through.
Oh, you all think history. Oh, okay.
I don't know the specifics.
She didn't
So,
mean
Eh.
history. She was just too fucking mortal to understand what she meant was fate.
Whoa, what the fuck do you mean by that?
She had a part to play in fate. She completed it. She told you, my guess is that you people are history. The pre-population of Brenton was history. It's waving its fucking paws around.
God, that looks uncanny. I don't like that. Is it like sitting on its back legs and waving, or is
Yeah.
it lying there and waving? Because
It was lying on his front. Mischief's lying on his front now, kind of like hind legs up. Well, sorry, 4 legs up.
God,
And
that's-
it's just. But what she failed to realize is she was just participating in a fatally design on which you all escaped. And now, for some reason, my lady has an interest in keeping you all alive for this short stretch of the journey, since that seems to be the most important. Anyway, any questions?
I have one.
Okay. What is that one?
How do you know all this? Other than, well, how much did your patron tell you, your lady?
Not my patron, my deity. I'm a patron. But in any case, what do you mean, how much did I know? The majority of what I know about your little escapade is just what you said yesterday. And now. And earlier. But in terms of what I know about the Weaver, well, let's just say his acolytes and my lady's acolytes are not on the best of terms.
And now we're caught in the middle of some celestial war.
No. You're the center of it.
So
Lovely,
much better.
lovely. Great to hear. Out of curiosity, what do you and your lady think of Omnigul?
Think about what, sorry?
Omnigul.
I don't fucking know. I don't like her, if that's what you're wondering. I don't know what the fuck my lady thinks of her.
I'm just wondering. What about Vihar?
Oh, Vi. Sweet little Vihar. You know, I saw him once. Before everything. We didn't talk. I think at that point I was a crow. Or maybe a magpie. I forget which form I took back then. He was off gallivanting around his lavish palace. You know, his palace is a whole district. Fascinating.
I've heard.
Such grandeur. All gone to waste. But in any case, as for what my lady thinks about Vaihar, why do you need to know?
Let's just say I'm doing a little bit of research.
Vaihar's a cunt.
Understandable. Certainly doesn't seem like the nicest of individuals.
Vaihar is... What is the best term here? Vaihar is the epitome of arrogance. He sought a way to make himself a god, realized it, and fucked the world up for everyone else. And the planes. And now, because of him, I get my lady's teachings, orders, and the like through dreams. Dreams, waking messages, waking nightmares, all the same thing.
Can she not communicate with you directly anymore?
Well, when you lock yourselves away, can't really open the door every now and then in case you let the things you locked yourself away with out. Wouldn't want Craxelvern fucking up, you know, a good morning call.
That was actually very helpful.
I know, it's so surprising when you ask nicely. I'm inclined to give you answers.
You're not getting a thank you for that.
I don't want to thank you. I want to not be called the cat. In your thoughts. I don't read your thoughts, I just guessed. Or did I?
Well,
Yveld is looking at the cat and at this point actively thinking just the phrase, the cat, the cat, the cat, the cat, over and over again.
I will claw out your tongue. I'm joking.
Yveld stops thinking the phrase over and over again.
well, have you or your, may I say, compatriot here, and he gestures to Rorik, seen a man, and he kind of describes Drew Farron, and then he's like, and he goes, well, by the name Drew Farron.
1 second. Oi, peasant. Yeah. Well, have you seen such a lumbering individual or no? Can't say I have, sorry. Well, that makes 2 of us. I'm sorry to say it, but whoever your lover is, we don't know him.
No, but thank you. And he kind of says that what in a confused kind of way. Like, thanks.
Listen, don't worry. Many stories take place of those going for their loved ones who have disappeared into the Feywild on an epic quest. I'm sure you'll find him. Or maybe not. I don't know. I really don't.
I'll find out eventually.
Here's hoping. Anyway, back to the staring contest.
Oh.
Whips around at Adam and Oswald.
You know, you two don't talk much. I find that disconcerting.
I find you to make poor conversation.
I find you to be a bit of a bore. Pun intended.
Yveld snorts at that. He doesn't smile. But
It's like in between, just like darting in between who's talking. Just left, right, left, right.
Nobody's gonna sit in silence, pass the hours by, gaze longingly out of the wagon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine you speak, the undercommon dialect of the First Era.
Of course I do, I was there.
Yveld's
Fucking
eyes
cat, I hate
light
this
up.
fucking cat.
She gets over, sits next to the cat, pulls out Vihar's journal. Says, I am going to actually ask you nicely about this because I have a journal that I need help deciphering.
I really wanted to just say fuck off, but please go on. I'm interested.
I got this off, said Luciana. It appears to be a journal written from Vihar's perspective. I need to know what it's about, and I've been making very slow progress because not only is it in archaic undercommon, but also it's in code.
Hold up a paw. Before you go on, like, gestures to it, they didn't... Only a select few wrote archaic undercommon. I was not one of them. I can speak it, and with that it switches to archaic undercommon. Like right now, I can speak it. It's a little bit, Trentish. And
But you
Trentish
can't-
roughly translates to awkward in actual common, where your mind can place it. But it's possible, and switches back to common. But anyway, back to the staring contest, because I can't help
So
you.
you can't read it?
No?
Okay, but thank you for the interest, I guess. Well, puts it back for now.
Whoosh.
Why
Do
are you
you
doing
know-
the fucking Samurai Jack sound effect?
Mischief is doing it, by the way.
No.
It's not me.
Oh, that's cool.
Important character
Oh,
information.
Turns back to Adam. Do you know how to play Snap?
Sorry?
Fuck. Never mind, I don't have thumbs. I can't do it anyway.
I hate this.
Guys, actually, funny thing though, out of character. I actually have some friends that own a cat with thumbs, like legitimate thumbs.
Save that to the end, because that's like an hour-long topic to talk about.
All right.
Oh god.
4 doubloons.
So, do you all sit in relative silence, comfortable silence?
Actually,
I'm taking some
no,
of the cat's mannerisms.
Yvelde, after a while, is actually.
Sorry, Sai, go on.
No, Sai, go.
after an hour, Sai actually did want to ask something after he thought it through because he needed time to recoil with all the information he got, and he kind of just like looks at the cat real quick and he's like, "So we're at the center of this war. How are we going to survive?"
You expect me to know?
Well, your patron or your deity seems to be on our side, so
Okay, let's nip that right in the bud. She's has a vested interest in keeping you alive right now. That's not to say that's going to stay. Just keep that in mind. Gods, even the ones that you mortals worship as good, are not always held to your standard of morals.
So I kind of chuckles with, "Oh, wonderful," and then he's
But in any
kinda
case-
just gladly go back to.
As you go to turn back to silence. But in any case, I've got no idea. Eva, what were you going to say?
No, honestly, she doesn't have any questions. She's going to actually go back and try and read a bit more of the journal. Actually, before Yvelle does that, you wouldn't know of, Castor Malpants by any means?
You all say these names like I,
I don't
every
know.
individual, including your star.
I don't know, he's,
What, is he important to your little story?
Yorkin looks at Adam because she doesn't want to tell the weird ass cat.
If we're going to
anything
go
that
into novel
he doesn't
territory,
want to
let's
be
put it
told.
let's put it this way. I only know what you've told me in this chapter. I don't know anything else other than that to do anything with you lot.
You probably saw us trying to figure stuff out yesterday, but Oswald and I were looking into this. Pulls out or does Oswald have it? I don't actually know who has the caster's notes.
I have caster's notes.
Yeah. Points out Oswald notes left by this guy. And
Right, well, he hates me, so...
He
Wait,
doesn't
so
hate you,
do
we
know
just
him.
call.
No, you hate me.
Deep inhale.
I don't know. I just said I don't know him. Why would I go back on that? I don't know him. I just know that you hate me. Which is why I was saying, you hate me.
And his notes spoke of a very strange experience, like looking into at the blackened ceiling, instead realizing it is myriads upon myriads of eyes staring back at you, and his head splitting into four, filled with eyes and teeth, and then melding back together.
Oh,
And yeah, maybe, do you know of any of that? Is that
sounds
thing
like
which-
some cool horror shit.
I mean, drop the cool part, but
I don't. Okay, let's just solve this here and now. The majority of things you could ask me, unless it pertains to my lady or me, I don't fucking know a lot of things. Just to clear up any misconceptions before we continue, I'm not omnipotent. I'm not all-knowing, or all-seeing, or all-hearing, or all-feeling, even though my feelings were hurt when you called me a fucking cat.
I'm
Take the
terribly
form of a
sorry
cat.
about that. I
I didn't
you felt
take the
like
form of a fucking
looks.
cat. This cunt wagon decided to make me into one.
Oh.
Like,
What a
well, I
creative
guess-
phrase.
Sai
He prob-
smiles at the idea of that.
He probably just likes cats. Have you considered that?
Well, Rorik, do you like cats? Not anymore.
This poor guy.
Summon me back next time as a fish. That'll be even funnier. I could flop around, people could scream, think I was dying, and then, hello.
Would you
Fuckers.
be able to breathe as a fish out
Yes!
of water?
Of course I would be. I'm a fae.
Will you have two eyes?
I don't know. I hope so.
You felt like
One
deep
eye is
in-
terrible for depth
Deep
perception.
in thoughts for a second.
And can't you just have two?
Rorik, darling, would you like to explain how you fucked this one up? When I was summoning him, I was stung by a bee and lost concentration. And first I lost a fucking eye. And because I haven't been pummeled into the ground and turned into a wisp of fucking smoke, I will have one eye until I'm reformed again.
You go. Really surprised as the first chuckle like that.
So don't fuck up your fine familiar spell, or, well, fine patron. It will piss them off.
Understandable.
Which is why this person will always have cat scratches on their fucking ass.
Understood. Guys, I'm not misremembering. Castor said that he, met up with Luciana and, wrote down the calculations 16 years ago. He did mention that, didn't he? He mentioned that it was 16 years ago, and yet he also mentioned he was one of the founders of Palgrave, and yet Palgrave, the bartender said so, was founded 30 years ago.
Oh, you've learned what lying is.
I am aware of what lying is. I just didn't track it in the moment because we were all stressed.
Something tells me you're not all the most socially inclined.
Nope. At least I'm not.
What gives you that impression?
You're all fucking introverted.
That was sarcastic, Cat. I figured you'd know a lot about that.
Mischief.
I'll call you whatever I please, given your demeanor.
Okay, elf, you want to get into this territory?
Hold
Oh
on,
boy, let's
hold on.
do the
Ooh,
rape
what is
play.
Sai's response to that? Hmm.
That's up to you.
Oh boy.
Fuck it. You're not worth my time. And he's gonna turn around knowing he just got his ass handed to him.
Right. Well,
People kind of just puts their
Continue.
hands, they're facing their
Can't
hands
believe
and say, I
Mischief
can't
is
believe I missed
skeptic."
that. Such an obvious line. We completely didn't see it. Ugh. So fucking obvious.
I don't mean to be a bother, but if I may, a lot of the times the obvious lies are woven in with other ones to make you think the other ones are the lie.
He was also a dipshit. Very stressful to talk with.
Well, I'll try not to take that to heart.
No, he was arguably. See, you are frustrating to talk to,
I would hope so.
and you're an asshole.
Yes.
That guy was a genuine bag of dicks.
Sounds awful. What you should have done is put him in a bag with a rabid weasel and thrown him in the river.
It would have been very unwise for us to do it, but I will admit similar thoughts did cross my mind.
And you thought he was the serial killer?
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Castor, not Sai.
No, I know, but you just said similar thoughts crossed your mind, and you thought Psy was the serial killer. Can I call him Psy, or does he prefer Elf?
Well, fair enough. You can call me whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, peasant. I'll keep that in mind. Until you start saying mischief, I'll come up with whatever insults cross my mind.
I can mutually agree on Faye. How about that one? Do you like Faye?
I don't know. Do you like total asshole? I don't. Tastes awful.
I'll keep thinking then.
Keep at it, fish eyes.
Jesus Christ!
God damn!
Holy shit!
Honestly, there are worse.
By the way, if any of this will make you uncomfortable, please just fucking
No.
tell me.
Oh
No,
my god,
no,
I love
no.
this cat to fucking death. He is hilarious.
I'm channeling my inner Troy Baker's performance of the spiteful Ratatoskr spirit in God of War Ragnarok.
Oh
Him,
yeah,
I love him. He's everything to me.
He is great. I doubt it would be the same if you met him.
So, do you all sit there in silence at these revelations?
I mean, is there anything really to do other than
Not really. You're on the
I
wagon.
love just going through her notes, like sporadically making like little annotations here and there.
Zai being distressed at the fact that a god is probably after him in the group?
Oswald is looking at Boris, still slightly angered that he doesn't know what the fuck is up with him.
So, Adam, is there anything you're doing?
No.
You just enjoying the ride?
Yeah.
Honestly, Zai will periodically be like, because he refuses to. So like I imagine just every hour or something, Sai is just like, "What about visitor?" And then like things of that sort. And of course, the cat's wanting to be called Mischief, but Sai doesn't want to call him Mischief, so it's just like this fucking roundabout.
You look like a bear sent glands with syphilis.
Jeez.
He's audibly
No,
groaning, by the
he's
way,
right
at every
this
single
one.
one of these. Mm. Yeah.
But as the day passes you by, and the sun begins to stretch low, you begin to see in the distance forming, maybe like another 30 or so minutes away, within eye shot of the actual river itself, is a small village. Modest, not
Boy,
like
we have such a
much.
good track record
Not-
with those.
I know.
We
Um,
have such a good track
modest
record
and
of
kind of-
small, modest villages.
Just shut up.
I mean, we had a
That
bad
seem
history
peaceful
with
and
wagons, but it
nice.
Hey,
seems a little
guys.
better now.
Guys, can I describe the village, please?
No.
Sure.
So, you see in the distance this modest-looking village, a little bit bigger than the ones you previously visited. Not mud and thatch buildings, but actual stone ones. A town is probably like the start. Would look like what this is. At least the start of a town would be. And then here and there you see people milling about. The farmer fields are now beginning to come into view. And with that, Rorik turns like, well, we're close to the river, but this is where we probably have to leave you.
Unless you're going to Nerva.
No, I'm afraid not. Yep, that's right. We take a right into... Rorik, where are we going?
This fucking cat.
I love him so much.
He's the guy. He's such a guy.
I'll
Little dude.
Little
I'll-
dude.
tell you what. As a token of my esteem and friendship, this well-rested feeling you're all feeling will stay for another day. Or maybe less. We'll find out. We'll see. I don't know.
Well, hopefully it doesn't dissipate in an inopportune moment. And Yuval turns to Rorik and says, I cannot thank you enough for helping us get here.
No need to thank me. It's just what my lady would want.
Yes. And
You will.
how many days of travel was it? Actually, this is important.
2.
2. All right.
Damn.
Like, you're not particularly far from Palgrave, though now that you think about it, you've made an alarming amount of distance in 2 days. Like, a crazy amount for what you've traveled. For what you should have traveled, that is.
What would the normal travel time have been?
To get where you are currently,
Yeah.
maybe nearly a week.
Oh, damn.
Sus. Sus as fuck, but okay.
You currently are talking to a fey cat who gave you 15 temporary hit points. Of course it's sus.
Just stop questioning just everything. Just stop. Enough questioning. I'm just
That's
going to
what the
take everything at
mask is
face
for.
value from now.
Is there anything you all wanted from me before we depart ways?
I'm gonna give 5 gold pieces to
The cat.
Don't give it
not
to-
cat, not anywhere but the
Please,
cat. In
God.
fact, if I can, I want to make it so the cat doesn't see that what I'm doing, and that is giving 5 gold to Rorik for the journey. Because I believe this man should get paid.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to like do it without mischief seeing, considering you have to go in the wagon still. So you have to like stand up and walk to the front.
I'll still do it, just like hiding the coin away from him in spite.
Oh, Yvel gets 5 gold. Gives them to Rorik as well, making direct eye contact with the cat. Like,
You really don't have to. It's
okay.
not a big deal.
Common
Rorik,
courtesy.
this
I'll
is
give
for
him
you.
300. No.
Anyway,
As you go to sit down, the cat looks at you, sigh. That was a lovely little act of charity. Do I get some?
No.
No,
I
fuck
wasn't
you.
talking to
here's,
you.
here's your reward, mischief. Good day. And he
Thank you, but we're currently in the cart for another 10 minutes.
We get out, leave the moving cart,
shit.
run away as fast as you
Oh
can.
no, we're still in the cart. Damn.
Yes.
I forgot
Alright,
about that.
so-
I'm gonna be honest.
Sai's then not just gonna not say a word for the rest of the journey. That is
He called me
love.
mischief. Did you see? I think he loves me.
I'm gonna follow you.
Sai's eyes are just glaring. He is fuming right now.
Listen, if I was immortal and not a cat, I'd do the same shit all over again. Anyway, is there anything you all want? What?
Nothing.
Nothing? 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 Are you sure?
Mhm.
Tell me, when you transform into a dog, do you lick your own balls too?
Mm. Sai!
Do
Sai-
you?
His
Do
emotions
you?
kind of shift, and he looks at the cat like that's what he does in his spare time. Like, the fuck? Because he said 2. This motherfucker said 2. In fact, that's
This
probably gonna be
motherfucker's speaking
Sai's
French.
response. He's gonna say, "I'm sorry, 2."
I'm sorry, who's the cat?
Needless to say, no, I don't do that.
You should try. Maybe we'll get this stick out of your ass. Bend it so hard it breaks. Anyway,
I get that much more enraged. Just
on our last 5 minutes of the journey, my dearest companion, for all time's sake, would you do me the benefit of another staring contest?
No,
I'm not talking to you.
that's lovely.
Well,
it's
Adam,
boring.
would you give me a staring contest? Or would you derive me of such a pleasure?
Well, I don't see why not.
Right. There.
What would I roll?
Adam,
like a constitution?
Yes. a
Yveld is
constitu-
going to go
over
over
the
to Adam and give
course-
him guidance.
As guidance, sure. As you
What does that
do
do?
so, it gives you a +4 to. It gives you a D4 to your
1d4.
roll.
You roll an extra 1d4.
So
Okay,
I need you to
D4.
roll a Constitution check
Mhm.
against Mischief's Constitution check.
Okay, so that's a 4 plus. That's a 5 total.
Right, he rolled a 19. So
Fuck.
as you sit there
Sweep.
and like stare hard, kind of like tears already beginning to well up in the corners of your eyes, you see Mischief like eyes start to shake before he just taps you on the knee to make you close your eyes.
Fucker.
I win.
Fucking
That's cheating! That's cheating!
I said staring
Oh
contest. I never
my
said anything about
God.
throwing hands. Anyway, what's cheating? I didn't say any rules. I just said staring contest. What was I supposed to do with the boring material plane away and just look longingly into his eyes?
Yeah.
Much like Sai does to his own reflection.
Oh, you little.
I am little.
Uh,
The human asshole can fit a raccoon.
What the fuck?
He does not
Oh
say
my
that. He does not
God.
say that. You hear God say that in your own head.
oh my gosh.
That would turn me into an atheist.
Well, in any case, as the
Waddle.
wagon begins to slow down and come to a stop, I believe this is our stop. So goodbye. Try to live.
We will certainly try to. Evel's going to go up to the front and is going to look over to her and say, "Oh, once again, thank you very much for."
It's really no trouble. You don't have to
No,
thank
it
me.
is. You really helped us out there. She reaches out a hand.
Takes it in his hand. Like,
I
you're
cast
tall.
guidance.
His hand dwarfs your own. You cast guidance.
Yes. Just giving him guidance for the road.
Mischief looks back to you. You think I couldn't do that for him? You're right, I wouldn't. I hate him. I'm joking.
Exactly. Yerl smiles at Rourke.
Well, thank you. But this wears off in a minute, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need it in a minute, but thank you very much.
You never know.
He attacks
Sai's
you
gonna-
with the plus.
As Sai passes Rorik, he says, "Next time if you bring him back in another body, make him a donkey. At least then he'll be an ass on the inside and out." As he walks away.
Farewell, cunt. Well, that was fun. You're all a bunch of gibbering morons, but fun. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not gibbering morons, just, well, gibbering. Anyway, try to live. Enjoy your stay. Blessings upon you.
So, DM, I have a quick little question.
Okay.
Prestidigitation says that I can instantly add an object. Actually, where is Mischief lying right now?
In the center of the wagon.
In the center of wagon. Lovely. Can I, with prestidigitation, make the surface that he's lying on feel wet? I can
You
clean
certainly
or soil
can, but
an
he's going to
object.
counterspell you.
Fuck. Okay.
Do it anyway.
No, Yvel tries to do it, gets counter
So
just
no,
goes,
no.
"Ugh."
So you go to make the surface underneath him feel really wet, and from the back of the wagon, from like a space you like just behind the barrels, comes this wet like rag that just smacks you in the face.
Ah,
Don't try that again.
Well, continues on with the group.
I thought you liked the ocean. That was covered with salt spit. Not mine.
You
The
will
squid's.
takes the rag, like he tries to like throw it as far like into the wagon as possible. Hopefully hitting mischief on the way, but that's not a priority.
So you throw the rag and you just hear this like, oh you fucker! And as Rorik removes it from the just like the middle
You
of
will
his back.
immediately just shows Ron just speed walk.
So
Just is gonna pretend that didn't
as
happen.
the town is ahead of you, what do you all wish to do?
What time of day is it?
How far
Um,
away is it?
No. So you're essentially on like the border of the town. So like maybe like a minute walk. It's about maybe 5 p.m. 6 p.m. When I said dusk earlier, I missaid. Sorry, I fucked up my time zones in Krikismar.
Oh god, does Krikismar have time zones?
I have like a lunar chart for this whole world. Don't even.
Jesus.
Um,
God. No.
So
God, why
yeah,
are you
so
like
it's about 5 to 6 p.m. But because it is the summer months, it probably won't be sundown for another couple of hours. But the village is a pleasant enough place. You can see like a blacksmith's.
We know the name of this place. Did Rourke mention it?
No, it didn't. But it's easy enough to find a passerby if you so wish to.
Now that we require talking to people.
For quick context, how like big does the town look?
Decently big. It looks like an actual town, not like the villages you have seen. Like this looks like maybe, best guess 800, 900 people. Not like Polgrave. Polgrave was much smaller. That's not including like the town's guard per se and shit. It looks like it'd be a place where not everyone knows everyone.
If it's not too much trouble, I'd like to see if there isn't some sort of post office or courier service. I have something I need to have delivered.
I mean, I was wondering if maybe we could just stay here for the night. I mean, how far is this town from the river? Is it like on the banks?
It's within eye shot, so essentially like a couple miles away. Like essentially this is like a plains land. It's pretty easy to see the river from here.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming that there's no real crossing across the river.
From where you can currently see, no. But it could just be out of distance.
Gotcha. Yeah, but like, yeah, in that case, your is gonna say, I mean, I don't know how much of a good idea it would be to keep traveling, considering it is, it's going to probably get dark soon. So, maybe we could just stay here for the night, then continue on our way.
Yes. Let's find a place to rest our heads. I suppose we should ask some of the locals. You there, sir?
You there?
You pull over this kind of
A
stout
guy in a
dwarvish
trench
man.
coat in the middle of a drug deal. Just,
Hey, listen, you keep saying that. I'm gonna take the random shit you say and put it in like its own custom encounter table one day.
Good.
Don't even.
Please do. It'd be
Chris
funny.
Pratt
But
wearing a
you-
Mario outfit.
You pull, not you, Sky. You pull over. Essentially, this stouter dwarven man looks maybe mid 40s or so. This kind of bushy, long blonde beard, shorter hair, and just a general kind of farmer's outfit with a kind of a pitchfork slung over his shoulder. Yes.
Might I inquire on the local inns? We're looking
Oh.
for a place to rest.
Oh, well, you'll probably want to hit up the Light of Hull. For that one, you look like you're all travelers or adventurers? Adventurers usually like stronger ale.
We're just travelers.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you probably want to hit up Cashew Inn.
Cashew Min?
Cashew Inn. I'll put that in the campaign VC chats.
Cashew.
Yes.
And if you wouldn't mind, could you please tell us the name of this town?
Oh, this is Ostrand.
Put it in CDM.
DM, put it in the VC.
Ostrand.
Do it for me. Is there any kind of postal service or courier service in this town?
There's the post
Send
office.
a letter to your family.
What?
Send a letter to your family.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
I know you're saying it in a mocking manner to be funny. This guy's a family.
I'm gonna break your ankles.
Yeah, it's just off down that way. Maybe take a right. Take the right. Maybe there. It's not too far. But if you want the inn, that is, and he points off down another main street. Down that way, approximately. And with that, you see him like click his foot on the cobbles beneath him. 700 paces.
Much appreciated.
Do you need anything else, or do you
I
are you all good?
I think we'll be good. Thank you very much.
Oh, have a pleasant evening.
You as well. Let us set off for this inn.
So you set off down the street to it, and he wasn't lying. Approximately 700 paces away, exactly, is the Cashew Inn.
Ah, pleasant. Let's see what rooms they have available,
It's
shall
this absolutely. So the Cashew Inn is this kind of, imagine almost a Western saloon if it actually incorporated stone into its design. It's very much like a nice, warm yet light area. The Cashew Inn hanging off above the door in this lovely white filigree on a darkened oak sign. And inside, you push open the door, and it's beautiful orange lighting. It's definitely not like extravagant, but it is homely. Behind like a reception area, and it's much bigger than Carly's place. Much more comfortable too. It's less cramped. It's a lot more vibrancy about it, and there's
But are the
various
bed
potted
rolls that
plants and the
good?
like. We'll find out. But behind the tavern is this kind of graying, older human man, kind of a rough patch of, rough, thick stubble across his face, and this kind of haggard expression. Hello, can I help you?
Good evening. The lot of us are looking for a place to rest for the night. I was
Oh,
wondering what
okay.
rooms you might have available.
Do you want a single room, or do you want a multiple rooms? Sorry.
As compact as you can have us, I'd think.
Okay, well, I can sort some beds out. How trails off? It looks to behind you, the open space where Boris is standing.
He will be
He
left
can't
left
come.
side.
Okay, good, because he can't come in. I'm sorry. Right. Well, that'll be. Looks towards all of you. 8 silver.
Easily done, my good man. And I'll hand it over.
Pleasure. Well, I hope you enjoy your. And he slides a key on the desk. Hope you enjoy your stay at the. Apologies, the Cashew Inn. Sorry, tired. But yeah, room 6.
Alright, I'll turn and hand the key to you, Veld. You get everything set up. I'm going to have my package delivered.
Alright. Sure.
Okay.
I'll head out of the inn.
All right. So we're gonna go over to Oswald. As you make your way through the streets, Oswald, roll me a perception check.
Rolling. Oh, that's actually could have been worse. Perception, that is a 15.
15. With a 15, there's like a worryingly lack of town's guard. But and even though it's not even dark yet, a lot of people are already off the streets, and those town's guard you do see dressed in chain armor with kind of a little small golden pin at the left shoulder do always seem to be walking in pairs of twos. And all of them look rather young, about like a young face. None of them look like particularly experienced, shall you say. And here and there in the alleys, you do see like various groups of people, hooded, leathers, and the like, kind of guarded expressions as you walk by, keeping their heads low out of the way of the street light. Well, sorry, street lights, not street light, lanterns. But you make your way to the postal office, and as you open it, Satsby, like, essentially, you come into this kind of very open room that is lined with various filings on the walls, but in like their own little like enclosure behind like glass, and you can easily tell that the main center of it is movable. In this very kind of brown and beige interior is this kind of portly, pardon me, I'm getting tongue-tied, portly tiefling woman, purple skin, horns kind of curved more like a ram's, and these kind of solid orange eyes, high black eyebrows, and very thick black hair. She looks up at you as you come in. Hello? Hi.
Yes, I'm looking to have a package delivered to Domus Mar.
Oh, that's a bit far away.
My
I-
boy. Take it.
Can I ask as to is this a very important package? Do you want express or not? Sorry. Actually, hold on. I can barely see you through the glass, and she goes to wheel herself out and around to you, and yes, she is in a wheelchair, and she is missing both feet from just about maybe 15 centimeters above where the ankle would be. So, sorry, do you want the express stuff, or I'm new at this. Sorry, my father was much more experienced, or the regular way, shall we say?
How soon would it arrive via the regular means?
Thomas Mar, including everything's happening, courier, maybe. Let me check. And she like pulls out of one of the under part of the wheelchair. That's like where this netted area is, similar to what would be on like a pram. This map and unfurls it and spots out Damas Mar. From where we are, a couple months, 4 or 5, half a year. I'm sorry. I know that might be disheartening to hear.
And express methods?
Express methods 3-4 months. It's not the pleasantest out there.
What would be the price for an express delivery?
Depends on how big the package is.
It's. I don't know if you have the means for parcel wrapping here.
We do.
Good. It's going to be a coin purse and a letter.
Okay. Do you want to have the extra protection along with that, considering it is a monetary delivery, or do you want just regular?
Preferably protected.
Okay. That'll run you about 15 extra on top of that.
Sorry, 15 of what coin?
Oh, sorry. Well, again, that will depend on the package and the wealth of it. If it is an amount exceeding, and this her fingers dance off to the side as she appears to be recalling something. If it's an amount exceeding 150 gold, it will have to be 15 extra gold. But if it's amounts underneath that, 15 silver will do just fine. And if it's underneath 50 gold, it will be fine to just pay 15 copper.
I'm intending to have 150 gold transported.
Okay, so that'll be 15 silver.
All right.
On top of the actual weight of the package. Sorry. I know this can get confusing. We don't exactly have a written manual. So, if you come with me, I can weigh it for you, and then we can discuss the actual pricing of it itself.
All
She
right.
wheels herself back around and holds out her hand for the delivery items.
Pull out a sealed letter. Pull out a. I would have divvied coin purses.
Oh,
probably.
absolutely. Yeah, you're all good with that.
I'll pull out 150 gold worth, and I'll hand them over.
Okay, so she puts them on this set of scales, and they look rather antique, though intricate. Silver, and you watch as the clockwork, like interior. You can vaguely see it from where you're standing. This clockwork interior kind of, as the actual plate gets lower and lower and lower, before. Okay, well, we're pleased to know it won't be that much. It'll just be 10 gold plus the 15 silver. Essentially, the reason for why don't know if you care to know this, but if you seem like someone that cares about their money. The reason for why it is so high in terms of extra protection because of the actual monetary services, well, it's a bit of a civil unrest out there, shall we say?
Would I know about that? Would Oswald know?
In your past
Does
months
he
of
know?
in your past months of adventuring,
Is he aware?
not particularly. A lot of towns seem to have that you've passed through have been like this, where there's not as many towns going as you'd expect, and so forth. But in terms of civil unrest, you can't really think of it.
I'm sorry. Has something happened? I've been traveling for quite a while. Has something
Oh,
occurred?
well, they had to. Now she kind of looks around the room. Can you keep a secret? Well,
I can.
public secret. They enacted martial law on Talaman maybe 7 months or so ago. So,
Even 4.
to my understanding, I think there was civil unrest building for quite a while. And by while, I mean years. And then eventually it culminated in that. But still, well,
I see.
yes.
Well,
In any case, it certainly is. But in any case, even though the route won't take them anywhere near that territory, it still has to be extra. I'm sure you understand.
So, 10 gold and 15 silver is what we've agreed upon.
Yes.
How about I give you 12 gold just to make it easy? And you pay me
Sure.
5 silver.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll hand over 12 gold and get 5 silver.
Okay. And she hands you back your 5 silver. Is there anything else you need?
No, that's everything I needed. Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a nice day.
You as well. And I'll step out and head back to the
Bell tingles behind you. Yeah. So as you make your way back, we're going to cut back to Yuveld, Adam, and Sai, and Casima. And you're sat in this room. There's 3 beds in it already. And it's not long before you start hearing a knock at the door. Could you open it, please?
shoot the door.
The Yvelle like immediately leans her arm just in case they try to force the door open. Who is it?
The owner of the inn.
Sure. Yeah. She immediately does open it.
I've got your beds for you. And behind him, he's yanking like an entire bed frame and dragging it in, and it just barely manages to fit through the door.
Do you
One
need,
moment.
Do you need help with that?
Well, if you could sort it out in here, then yes, please. But I can bring it in. And it goes to get the other one.
Sort it in. We can sort it in ourselves, I think.
And you start hearing the grunting Do you say that, Adam?
No, this is me asking. Like,
Yeah, we're fine. We'll manage.
You're all muscular men, you know? Like, you got
Yes.
this.
We are big and hot and sexy. We'll manage.
Okay. So it takes him a little bit, but he comes back in. Right, well, if you need anything at all, just, well, holler down. Just so you know, we don't do meals here. It's just night stay.
That's all right.
If you want meals, again, have you been here before?
Nope. First time.
Oh, well, you'll want to go to the Light of Hall for that. They've got good food there.
The
Light of Hall.
please put that in. Oh, we absolutely will consider. Thank you very much.
Have a good night, and goes lumbering off. And you hear, with your apologies, 1 second. Lose my words. Tired, guys. With your passive perception, fuck.
I'm canon.
You
This was
hear-
established.
Oh
Shut up.
Who the
Hey,
fuck is this
Um,
guy?
Doing
Shut up.
tonight.
We already did this bit
Shut up,
yesterday.
Eldritch blast.
So you
No,
we're not.
um,
Mr. Electric
Sai.
killed him.
So
Yes.
Sai, with your passive perception, it's along with your father actually being a former combatant, it's very easy to tell the walk of someone that has been injured in such a way like that, particularly a limp, and you hear the same kind of half-step foot drag that your own father actually had as the owner walks away and down the stairs in the same kind of huffing and wheezing.
And I'm assuming there's obviously no blood. This is probably a former injury, right? Like some former
You can
injury that he had
make an
before.
insight check or a medicine check, your choice.
I'll do a medicine check. I'm actually proficient with those. Almost got a nat 20, but I got a 15 instead, so not that bad.
What, for a total of?
15. No,
Oh, okay.
I rolled an 8 and I got a +7, so.
Oh, okay, 15. With a 15, it doesn't. From what you now remember thinking back on it, it's not like it was particularly old, like a very old injury, but nor is it like something that's happened the past couple days. It almost seems like something like he's still getting used to,
Huh.
as you can tell by hearing with every odd kind of half stumble and muffled curse and shit.
And he's walking away.
Yeah, he's walking back downstairs.
Hmm. I'm gonna go check that out actually. So I was gonna actually like noticing that he's gonna like kind of like perk up from what his normal kind of like just thought processes, and it's gonna be like, he sounds like he could use some assistance. So he's gonna, Sai's just gonna be like intrigued by something, and then you're gonna see him follow after the sound or the man who had
Okay.
just given us this room.
Absolutely. And as you could do so, we're going to quickly go to Adam. Adam, what are you currently doing in this room?
I don't know. Probably just like sketching shit out.
I'd like you to roll me a perception check, please.
Ooh.
Okay. P. Ooh, it's a 19.
A 19.
Yeah. Explode.
Out in the... You find yourself sketching and look out into the distance. Out of the window. And you see, even now, even though it's only just beginning to, like, now have the traces of sunset, already braziers are being lit at the town borderline. And it looks as if the various towns guard that are left, 2 are being stationed by each one. With what you can vaguely see, a lot of firewood to keep it going.
Like, how much is a lot? Like, how big of a pile? Like, a guy sized?
Let's, if you were to stand up, maybe just past your waist,
Okay.
like a very large amount.
Sorry, I missed that. A large amount of what?
Firewood
Ooh.
to keep the braziers going. Now, as you, we're gonna go back to Sai. Sai, you make your way downstairs to where the owner is kind of now still behind the inn counter, but foot up on another chair and massaging his lower calf. Looks up to see you come in. Yes. Sorry. Do you need something?
No, actually, you see, my father used to have a similar ailment, I guess you could say. I have you had this injury a while?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna use D&D Beyond for this one. I don't know, I'm just trusting him today. I shouldn't have. It's a natural 1.
For a total of
2.
vision, kind of like you see his kind of visage kind of hardens a little bit. What's it to you?
I like to consider myself someone who helps where he can.
Okay. Purses his lips. And just when like you feel like the conversation's starting to drag on a little bit too long, looks towards you. Maybe 2 weeks or so.
I'm actually gonna try and inspect it and see exactly what's wrong. And I'm just trying to distinguish what has happened and what could be done to assist it, because he knows that it's probably not going to be able to be healed completely without proper treatment.
Sure. Make me a medicine check, please.
Okay, I'll use D&D Beyond again. I don't know why. 16. It's like
16. The 16. It, from what you can see of his leg, the backside of the calf, more lower towards like maybe the midsection part, has been ravaged by what looks to be like animal bites. And with a 16, what you can tell is these bites are from a mammal, but appear to be all canines in terms of teeth arrangement.
seems some kind of wolf really got you there, huh? And he kind of like being inquiring about it, like seeing if it was a wolf that had done it or something similar.
Not wolves. Gnolls.
No, never heard of those. Well, would I have heard of those actually?
Make me a history check.
Okay. 9.
9. There are tales of canine people, but usually in folk tales, they more lean towards lycanthropes, were creatures, and the like, as opposed to actual beast people.
No, you like where people? And he kind of like says like with almost like confused.
No, like bipedal hyenas.
Oh,
A security camera?
sounds bad. And Sai's gonna further see if there's anything he can do with this to maybe heal and or assist in this wound.
It looks like it's been treated decently well. It doesn't appear to have any kind of signs of infection, and it doesn't appear as if like a lot of your healing capabilities could help here. But this like kind of begins to like take pity on you. It's like, well, we've been dealing with them for years, and they've decided to get more and more aggressive. Terrible fucking timing.
Okay. Has the wound fully healed yet, or is it still in that process of becoming like scar tissue?
Becoming scar tissue. Like some of it's there, not all of it.
All right. So, actually, let me see if there is something I can do. I can't do a lot, but Would you allow me to cast Healing Word, but in a way to make it more so that any pain is eased and or tensity in his muscles?
For this, sure.
All right. I'll cast. What level should I cast this at?
Whatever you choose.
You just. I
Nope,
want you.
you choose. Nope,
I have
you're
to
the player.
choose?
You're the
Fuck.
player.
Fuck it. Level 3 then. As good as I can make it. I didn't come down here for nothing. Making this man at least feel a little better.
Okay.
Fucking
So how much do you heal?
I heal. Alright, let's find out. Healing Word at level 3 is 3d4 plus 4, which totals out to 13.
13. As kind of this soft, glowing light surrounds his calf, and then you watch as it slowly kind of seeps into the muscles, and he kind of instinctively breathes this kind of sigh of relief.
Okay.
Looks towards you.
Now,
You some kind of adventurer?
of sorts, and as he's speaking, he's gonna see if there's any remedies that he knows of that he could make in the kitchen or gather close by. Well, I don't know this area that well, but I'd assume that I've seen some of the foliage.
Sure. Make me a survival or medicine check as he continues on to say, if you're looking for work, you might want to go to the town guard, captain. Oh, well, overseer now.
I don't know how long I'll be staying, and I roll a 9 plus 7, which is 16. Again.
16. You're not really familiar with the area. Potentially in the morning, you could easily find whatever remedies you need, but right now, you kind of get the vibe that there's some kind of curfew almost as you look out the window and consider going outside to pick up various herbs and whatnot. You could form a various kind of general healing poultice. There's no one on the streets except every now and then town's guard. And as you look out the window, he looks towards you. Curfew's in place. Don't go out now. And
No attack often.
more recently, in the past couple months.
I see. And,
But if you're looking for work, you'll want to find Advisor Kavinsky.
okay.
And if you would like, you can roll me an insight check.
I'll roll an insight, sure. Oh, natural 20 for 24.
Nice.
Like,
Not expecting that.
yeah.
So the natural 20. It's kind of like the typical strongman persona, like tough guy of not wanting to ask for help that he's very much portraying. And now that you're sitting there and listening, and with what you're kind of drawing conclusions from, in terms of his injuries, and you can see the braziers being lit in the distance and curfew in place, kind of sounds like they really do need the help. But he's not wanting to actively say it to you without prompting. That's what you pick up with your natural 20.
Alright. Sai will nod and he'll be like, I'll see if I can find any pain remedies that I can make for you in the morning. For now I'm going to go talk to my friends and refer to
So-
this. What's his name again? And he
Advisor
kinda-
Advisor Kavinsky, and for your remedies, they'd be appreciated, but save it for those who need it more. It's been a
As
while
far as
since our
I-
last shipment.
As far as I'm concerned, everyone needs it more. and he says that as kind of a term of I got you, but
Mhm.
other than that, Sai is going to. I don't have is there a notes? Can you type it in VC? Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wonderful. Sai is gonna nod and go back upstairs, being like, yeah.
Okay. As you go to hedge your way back up, the door opens, and Oswald, you step in. I'm assuming you don't really stop to talk to the innkeeper. You just go upstairs.
I'll give
Yeah.
him a nod. I'm not just gonna barrel past. Like,
Yeah,
evening.
nods back. Evening. And goes to like pull out a ledger from underneath the desk as you continue your way upstairs and head back into the room.
Okay. So I was gonna walk in. So, you guys up for some work?
Depends what kind.
Well,
Also,
it
Well,
would
has
appear that
Set up the
yes,
bed
that
if it
depends
needs
on
any
the
setting
time.
up.
it would appear that this town has been having attacks recently, mainly of the gnoll variety, whatever those are. I've never seen one in person, but I've heard the tales.
Would
Um,
Yvald have heard about gnolls?
Two nobles, yeah. It wouldn't be something like you wouldn't know super much about it. You know they're like hyena people, but that's about it. Like it's really all you know.
What, so the hyena guys have been attacking this place?
Yes, and it appears rather frequently. In fact, they seem, judging from his demeanor, probably pretty in need of our gifts, shall I say?
I mean, if there's a concrete way for us to help, then I don't see why not. Unless
Well,
we are
in
in
that
like a severe
case,
rush to get to Nerevar.
well, looks around to see if anybody is actually in a rush.
We don't really have any leads, and I suppose if it won't take too long, we could lend a little bit of aid.
Well, then next thing tomorrow morning, we need to talk to a advisor Kavensky.
Hello, comrade. I'm Advisor Kavinsky.
No.
Not.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Is it decided? Looks around. Adam, what about you?
Cosima, do you think this would be a good...
Adam, Sky is currently not here right now.
Oh,
Ah,
shit.
Damn him.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming it's yeses from the three of you, and so we'll go ahead with
majority
that.
vote.
Democracy!
As you settle down for the night, is there anything you would like to do?
Yvald would like to take a bit of a look
Dance
at the
party.
journal before she just takes watch.
Absolutely.
I got nothing. Just go to bed, go to sleep.
Okay.
Hope nothing bad happens to my delivery. No porch pirates. I'll assume that I told her specifically the building to send it to.
No, you forgot to
Yeah,
mention
no.
it. It will just be dumped in the streets of Domusmar.
No. It's fine. I really don't worry.
I'm stupid. Oswald isn't.
Before Oswald goes to bed, Yvald will say to him, "Oh, Oswald, I do have a couple of tests. Ideas for tests we could run on Boris, but probably we could do that. You seem tired."
If you want, we could do them now. What did you have in mind?
I was just thinking, maybe it's because of the spell? I'm thinking about how you said how it has to register in the core at least somehow, but it doesn't. Maybe if we we affect it with another spell, it will register.
What spell?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
something tells me that my hypnotic patterns will not work on him.
Let me double check to make
And
sure.
I would not like to damage him.
Well, I could easily repair him.
I was mainly thinking of maybe if you have any spells that could actually give him, well, an effect of sorts? I don't know.
Well, I have spells such as Sanctuary, Heroism.
What if you use those on him? And, then see if it registers in the core.
Don't see why not. Boris, come. Oh shit, he's outside.
We can just do it tomorrow. It's not a big...
We should do it tomorrow.
Mhm.
Well, good night.
Sleep well.
I will attempt to do so.
Oh, because you have your good bedroll.
These are actual beds, by the way.
But the
You
guilt
don't need your
makes it
bedroll.
so- The guilt, Yvette, the guilt. It's not there. I go to sleep.
Okay.
So, what do I glean of this section?
So, where did we leave off last time?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you better keep note of this shit.
Oh my
I
god, he
am.
wrote,
It's just
knowing
it's in
him,
my...
he wrote an actual book.
Honestly, probably. Did I
No
put
comment.
it into... I didn't put it into Obsidian's lovely little section. Okay.
I believe we left off last time with the finding the tarnished, if I remember correctly.
1 second.
I'm also stalling for the session so Sky can get back.
Mm-hmm.
He might as well be dead at this point. I think he
I'm
went to
gonna
go test that battle axe out on some people.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
boy.
call him. I'm gonna call him after this. Make sure he's fucking alive. So, Yvette.
I believe the part we left off on was the it was something about him and him discovering the tarnished and essentially thinking of what their powers could accomplish and a lot of bargainings and such like that. New beginnings, yes, there I found it. What could someone achieve if they had what the tarnished have? It's essentially the author feels superior and yet envious. There was many bargains being made with otherworldly beings. And it was also, after 3 pages, titled Chapter 2 New Beginnings.
Gotcha. So, where we last left off, learned all that. But this time, get a new one. This one takes you a little bit hard to describe because it's less like a story and more like an actual memoir almost. And this one reads as follows. I was there at the beginning of all things. I was never present during the beginning, but I saw the beginning. I saw beings who deserve no thought. They showed me. They showed me knowledge, they showed me power, they showed me great things. Terrible, grand things. Great. There were those in the Golden Council, those who peddled the tired gotcha that all life hastens entropy. They're fortuitous little nihilists who pretend to prefer no existence to a flawed one. They bored me. And I found clarity. Not just clarity. The words kind of trail off. I found control of my clarity. That those who seek to delay the challenge that all things desiring existence must overcome. I found clarity within those who describe false moral equivalents. Now, I could not possibly communicate to myself unless I could emulate the power that I was shown. And with the power I was shown with my mind, I acquired and governed the moralities that govern every generation to come. and every generation that ever was. By the world's laws, I will, and all my followers will, and will forever be evil. Evil. However, since that first spark coiled in the primordial sea, not one material plane-bound thing has known a monster like me. But do they know that I created them? Their minds, their bodies, and every thought they've ever had, their senses, their consciousness, I made them. Not the gods. Me. And I hasten to wonder, did I reach out and place my special mark upon myself? No. I couldn't have. Nothing so crude. In the beginning, this world was a garden. I changed it with arrogance, with stupidity, with delusions. The whole floor of the world sea was this mat of intangible malice. And the very first beings that could even be possibly called animals, these adorable blobs of ooze, grazed upon that mad and endless idol. They had no concept of existence of other beings. Why would they? The most complex function was a gentle spasm to scoot forward while they grazed. And yet we never advanced beyond that. We stayed as animals beneath the boots of another. And if we bumped into each other, and if they had bumped into each other upon that warm seabed, all they did was ooze onward untroubled. There was nothing to my life except uptake of delusions of peace when we were being oppressed since the beginning. But if I was at the beginning, was I always the oppressor, or was I the oppressed? And then one day, the fall happens. I happen. So much earlier and so much more necessary than your myths could ever remember. I was that one blob that discovered that I could collect more than just peace. So much faster I could obtain my own peace. If I just stopped grazing on the seabed and started dissecting and eating my own neighbors. I couldn't help but do it. We couldn't help but thrive. I couldn't help but thrive. We don't get a choice about the rules. We just play the game, and yet I flipped the board. I was the first defector, the first predator. I changed everything. And now the ewes need senses to watch for danger. The little sheep need more than just the shepherd in the night. They need brains to integrate these senses and generate plans of survival, and swift neurons and muscles to enact that plan. What is a neuron but more than an electrical spark? What am I but a spark upon the world? I was the birth of complex life on this world. I caused it. Me, the emperor, the defector, the destroyer, the one who takes me. And that's what you read. And with that, we're going to call tonight's session.
Yippee.
So I
Willow,
hope you
I
all...
need you to send this to me. Willow, I need you to fucking send this to me. Willow. Willow.
I wrote this speech down in the bathroom.
You gotta send it
But
to
you
me.
did write it.
You wrote it down, Willow.
I did, and I just deleted it. To fuck with it, I knew you were going to ask me this. Hey, I've only got limited storage.
Willow, you don't. No, you can't do this to me.
Good shit.
I have. We're